Welcome back on Pocket What If. I'm Lord from your pocket, and guys, may the fourth be with you. And so, guys, from part 2 of What If Izuku was the Hellbat, I discovered there was an editing issue, and so I deleted it. So I'm gonna use this as a replacement, but the next video will be What If Izuku was the Hellbat part 2. Plus, I'm going to add part 3 to it to give it a little more length. And so, guys, have a nice day. And, if you guys get 4 likes on this, you know what? I'm going to increase it. If you guys get 5 likes on this What If, I will put up a new one. So, guys, have a nice day. And let's get on with the video, shall we? As we do a time skip, like, say, 3 weeks, as we cut to Izuku and Nightshade having a meal. Okay, I'm done. It has been a month, Shade. It has been a full darn month, and no one has come to get us other than the Bad Bloods. We have been running and dodging from those bastards for a whole month now. I think it's finally time we get off this planet. And how do you suppose we do that? Will you indulge me in this plan of yours? Simple. We steal their ship. Izu. How what makes you think that they have a ship? Well, one, there's so many of them. I mean, just today, where we were spotted, there have been 3 whole patrols. 3 whole darn patrols, Shade. They must have a ship. It could just be a patrol mission, Izuku. Just a simple, everyday patrol mission. And since they couldn't find us for a whole month, I dare say they're probably either new bloods or were their first hunt. That may be true, but come on! I think it's finally time we actually do something before we die of the heat. I suppose you're right. Right now, we're technically part from the furthest distance from this planet's star, so we're not even in its summer months, if I'm correct, as you humans would put it. That means once we get there, we're going to be dead by then. Exactly. So I say we find the ship or transport, and then we attack. Well, Izuku, that does sound like an ingenious plan, except you're missing one key component. And what would that be? Strategy. If my theory is correct that these are new bloods or hell, their first hunt, do you know what that means? No, I don't. That means there's a supervisor. Every large hunt, especially when it comes to making new bloods or just, new bloods going on a hunt, there's always a supervisor. Always. To make sure to receive the body, just in case. So we're saying there's most likely someone who's very advanced, or at least decent in their hunting skills. And that is what you should be worrying about. You're right. You're right, Shade. You're very much right. So, what's the plan? The plan? Well, you want to be the strategist. Well, strategize. Fine, we need to know where the drop-off point is. Okay, what else? We're going to stake it out and see how long it takes. See what's the rhythm as humans put it. See how long it takes them until they drop off some new ones, or when they pick them up, if they ever. You might be right on this. Nightshade. Please, at this point, just call me Shade. Alright, Shade. Let's do this. As they go all around the planet, searching for the drop-off point for the young bloods. As soon, Shade grabs Izuku by the head as she brings him down to the ground. Hey! What the as she points, as there it is, as a yautja ship comes down as it drops off some new bloods. As a couple of them actually come out of the ship, as you just, leads into Shade as he asks, "Do you know what they're saying?" "No, but I have a guess." "A guess?" "Yes." The yautja right there, as she points to quite a large yautja, who has some armor plating, as he starts pointing and what sounds like a little bit of shouting. What is he saying? I don't exactly have an idea what he's saying, but I have a basic idea. Well, could you please share with the class? Gladly. He's most likely saying to these new bloods, or most likely young bloods, given their armor, that there's a lot of species on this planet. Some of them are going to be a bit of a challenge, but there is a much greater prey on this planet, and if they could get it, they'll get a lot more points, and they'll probably rank up quite a bit. Sounds interesting. Well, it should be, because they're mentioning us. Hey, how do you know? Well, one, we've been invading all their patrols and killing a couple of them, especially that stunt you did with the sand sharks. You most likely added points on us already. Besides, it's the same thing we did with you when you were on the planet. Wait, what? What do you mean? Well, the very moment you killed an elite, you got a lot more points added to your head. You are considered high target prey. Really? Yep. That's why almost every yautja came after you instead of every other species on that planet. Wow. Yeah. I was very surprised that you didn't get caught. So that kind of adds to you quite a bit. Oh my. And we have attracted a little bit to too much attention to ourselves. We may be screwed. Unless what? We do something about it. You mean, I guess we gotta follow through your plan, Izuku. 'Cause by this rate, the more we kill and evade, the more likely they're gonna start pulling them out. And then they're gonna bring out the experts and professionals. And then, then we're screwed. Oh no. Yep. So we either let we try to find one of their transports and escape and head back to Yautja Prime. B, we let the sun kill us and we fry. Or we do C, they might be able to once be the death of us. Okay then. I'll start watching. And you devise a plan to, what's the word? To capture one of their ships? Whatever. Just make sure they don't come over here. Got it? As a few minutes later, they switched up a little bit. As Izuku is basically one planning the attack, as Nightshade is now watching, as Izuku is sharpening his knife. Izuku! Yes? Look, there. As a new transport comes by. As it lands, as a giant tube comes out, as they attach it to something. As Shade says, the refueling. If it's time as any, it's now. As Izuku pulls out his knife, as they go in. As they're trying to be a little more stealthy, as Izuku gets behind one of the yautjas, as he just slits their throat. As Nightshade, she brings out this hatchet, as she just swings and just stick it right in this man's head. And she pulls it out. As they do this quite a amount of times throughout the facility, until basically nearly everyone is dead. As they get onto the ship, as they soon find, well, the command center, as Nightshade gets on and pushes some buttons, as she asks Izuku, yes? I need you to go outside and take off the fueling pipe and place it back on. We're finally leaving this planet. Oh, music to my ears as he goes out. As when he does, a couple of young bloods come back with some sand sharks and some snakes as they see Izuku taking off the fueling pipe. As they scream something in yautja, as well, they hear no one moving except Izuku as he sees them. As he doesn't take out his knife, instead he takes out his smart discs as he just swings one right at them. As a couple of them duck, as the others, they lose their heads. They drop on the ground bleeding. As the others just see that, as well, they don't exactly like that. As they go and they fight Izuku. And a couple of them are going inside the ship as they hear the engines start roaring. As Izuku's just fighting using his staff, as he stabs one of them in the gut, lifting them, as he uses them as a blunt object against the other yautja, smacking him with his buddy's body. As the other yautjas get into the command center, as one gets shot right in the head by an arrow, as one just sees Nightshade with her bow and arrow outstretched, as hits him again right in the noodle. As we cut to Izuku finishing off that one yautja, as he stabs that yautja in the head with his staff, killing him. As a couple other squads of yautja come by, as they scream out, as their plasma guns come out of their shoulder, as they start blasting at Izuku, as Izuku just dodges them all, as he presses his comms, and he just starts yelling, "Shade! What? We got bad bloods, 12 o'clock on the ship's nose!" As Nightshade just pushes a button, as a bolt of plasma just comes right at him, as it blows a couple of them up, as the bad bloods disperse, as they start hitting the ship, hoping to disable it. As Izuku just gets in, as he goes to the command center, as the door to the ship is closing, as a couple of the yautjas try to get onto the ship, as Izuku, at the very second he sits down and buckles up, Nightshade just pushes a button as the ship just bolts it starts flying as the two yautjas that try to get on the ship, as the door is like not even is somewhat closing. Instead of them getting on, it decapitates both of them as it flies off, as their heads roll, as they get to the atmosphere, as a couple of the other bad blood ships, as they start attacking him, as Nightshade uses some, well, tricky maneuvers to not get hit, as she cuts the engines, flying back as the other ships kind of pass her, as she fires the guns right at them, destroying, like, let's be moderate, two of the ships, as both of them turn and try to hit them, as she just turns the engines back on and flies off. As they actually warn that one of their ships has been captured. And by the way, some bad bloods have known of Izuku or the BloodHound, but they don't really see him as human. I think they don't even know that he's human. They just think he's a really accomplished predator. So, they see him as like high target prey. As they go after him. As blaster bolts and all that, they do hit the ship a bit as they're preparing for basically jumping to another system as they're preparing. As one ship tries to use a torpedo, but the very second gets like 10 feet close, the ship just jumps, blowing that missile away and hitting one of the ships, destroying it. As the guy who fired that missile was like, "We're not gonna report this, are we?" "I won't if you won't." "I don't even know what we're talking about." "Good." As they fly off, as Izuku just finally has more of a relaxed face as he takes off his mask. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta finally take off this stupid mask. Finally. Thank Lord. Are you having a nervous breakdown? I may have. I might be having a nervous breakdown. But you guys say that was kind of fun. I will agree. I'm setting course for Yautja Prime as she starts pressing other buttons. Who knows? Hey, one day you should teach me how to fly one of these darn things. Alright, I'll teach you the day you bring me a queen's head. Deal. As, well, a long time passes, like a day or two passes, and soon they go out of hyperspace. As they see Yautja Prime. Oh, I never thought I'd be so glad to see that beautiful rock. Neither did I. As they had to get a bit of a communication. This is a bad bloods. Prepare to be fired upon. As that's basically the gist. As Nightshade instantly pushes one little button and she says, "This is not a bad blood ship. I am Nightshade of..." I never thought of the clan of Nightshade. You know what? You guys, put it down in the comments. What clan should I put her in? If not, add like a custom name and I'll use it. That's going to be kind of fun. As she sends in her codes, as they get replied, "Huh, you guys been gone for for a month or two." "Yeah, we know. And you brought the human." Okay. As they go to this mothership as the Elder comes down. Nightshade. Elder. As she actually signals Izuku to give a bit of a bow. You have come back. And the human, he looks well. Yes. But you came back with a bad blood ship. What happened? We were attacked. It damaged some of our parts of our original ship. We crash landed onto a planet that was apparently a hunting ground for bad bloods. As the Elder takes his hand and he strokes his mask like a beard. As Nightshade says, but after a month of waiting, as BloodHound here devised a plan. So we captured this ship, killed many bad bloods on our escape here. As the Elder walks to Izuku as he says, "Rise." As Izuku gets up, and the Elder, well, he walks around Izuku looking up and down. I permit it. What? As the Elder points at Izuku. BloodHound of Earth, or Izuku if you prefer. I give you the promotion to hunt outside of the moon. As he tosses what looks like a puck at Nightshade as she grabs it, as a hologram of many planets appear, and some of them turning red. The ones in red are the ones you are allowed to go to. They are hunting grounds, you may say, for great prey. I wish you the best of luck, BloodHound. As he turns away and walks. As Izuku has a bit of a shocked expression, so does Nightshade, as they look to each other, and they're a bit happy. As the Elder stops and he says, but also, you're now allowed to have a bit of a break, you two. No hunting for a good while. You need to heal up and be properly fed. As he waves his hand, as he finally goes away. As we cut to the Elder and the Alpha. So I heard you promoted the human to go outside the planet. Yes. Why? He has proved himself. He not only just killed many bad bloods for us and captured one of their ships, he also protected Nightshade and brought her back with no harm done. At least, not much harm to her. You do have a point there. He's a good hunter. Imagine the spawn he can bring in the world for us. Yes, great prey are great partners. I have an idea. As we cut there. So guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And guys, let's get 5 likes on this so we can so you guys can get a new what if. So guys, have a nice day, nice life. Catch you in the next part.